how to crush your anxiety like a pro. So the day that this video comes out, the next day, the 26th, is actually my birthday. And before every birthday, I do this activity. So I take a look at my last year. I see the journals, the consistency, the routines that I have done, the people that I have talked with. And I actually sit and have a chat with myself. I sit and have a chat with myself to connect with myself and to see where are the things that I have actually grown, where are the places where I could have done better, and what are the things that I will do the next year that will make me somewhere more proud of myself, and that will help me become the best version or a better version of myself than I am today. And I think I have always been honest about the fact that I have struggled with anxiety, chronic anxiety, for a very big part of my life. Being someone who has struggled with anxiety, I know that when you are into the concept of manifestation and when you get into this place where you're trying to consciously manifest, anxiety can come in. And especially for people, because I know you, if you are one of them, I know your struggle. Because if you are someone who struggles with anxiety, manifestation can actually be quite difficult, because you see everyone talking about how you should live in the end, how you should just do this, how you should just do that. But how do you explain to everyone that your mind is constantly in chatter mode? Your monkey mind is constantly talking. It is constantly trying to bring you down. It is constantly trying to create assumptions that don't work for you. And this is how your mind is sometimes. So I thought that I would make this video and I will try to share some things that have really helped my anxiety. Now, is my anxiety totally gone? Not at all. I think I always communicate that anytime you are going to live your life, you are going to face feelings, because you're a human being, which means some days you will feel sad, some days you will feel anxious, some days you will feel joy, and some days you will feel happy. All of your feelings are valid and all of your feelings are important. When you feel these feelings, how you manage them is what gets better. So am I able to manage my anxiety better? 1000%. Am I now in crippling anxiety? No. Do I still get anxious sometimes? Absolutely yes. So if you're someone who wants a realistic growth towards your anxiety, this video is going to be for you. So first, let's understand what anxiety is and what are the different types of anxiety. So think about it this way. Let's say I went to a restaurant, right? And I came back from that restaurant and I got severe food poisoning. And you are someone I care about a lot. I really care about you. I really love you. And then you ask me for a restaurant recommendation. And I tell you that, hey, go any place, just don't go into this restaurant. But somewhere you have heard some good recommendations, so you want to go there, right? So you try to go there, but because I really care about you and I know that the food there is going to give you food poisoning, I try to stop you from going. Now I do that once. You tell me that, I know that you are trying to, I know that you had a bad experience, but I still want to go. But because I know how terrible the food is there, I keep on trying to push you into it. I keep on pushing, I keep on pushing, I keep on pushing till you get very frustrated with me. You just don't know why do I keep on stopping you? And I just don't know why you don't listen to me. That is what anxiety is. That is exactly how anxiety works. There is a part of you, which is me here, who is going to consider that I know better than you. And I'm not saying me as Karan as a coach knows better than you. I'm saying that your anxiety feels that it knows better than you. And when your anxiety constantly keeps on pulling you back, or constantly keeps on giving you these negative thoughts, or it constantly keeps on coming, that part of you, that anxious version of you, actually comes as a protector. It comes into your life because that part of you feels that I know better. I know where this will lead. And I'm trying to protect you with all my might. Because if you get hurt, then I get hurt, right? So if one part of Karan gets hurt, the other part of Karan automatically gets hurt, because they're both parts of me. So the anxious parts of me says that, if this part of me gets hurt, the overall body gets hurt. So that is why your anxiety tries to protect you. You will often see that your anxiety will just be about the future, right? You are never anxious about the past. You can regret the past and you can be anxious because of the past, but you will not be anxious of the past, right? You will see that the anxiety that you will have will often be because someone you know had a bad experience about it, you have had a bad experience about it, or somewhere you learned that this thing is really not safe. So let's say it's a relationship, and let's say you're trying to manifest a relationship. If a part of you which has already been hurt with it in the past or has had some friends that have been hurt with it in the past, that part of you will constantly try to protect you, right? The other day I was talking to one of my clients. She is struggling a lot to trust her specific person. She was working on herself. This guy came into her life and she was struggling a lot because of this situation, and she constantly told me that, Karan, I just cannot trust him, not because he did anything bad, neither because he did anything bad in the past, but because men that I was with before him, that has made me feel that all relationships will fail. So I'm not able to give my 100% to this guy at all because I'm constantly worried that he will also leave me. So I try to keep on pushing him away without even knowing. And somewhere I tell myself that it's because I'm trying to protect myself, but I know that this hurts me. So that is what your anxiety does. Now, there are two kinds of anxiety. One is a very acute anxiety, which means, let's say you have a test tomorrow and you're just very anxious because you don't know where the test is, right? Or how it would lead. It's fine that you get anxious about that, right? Now, this is acute anxiety. It will come because of a particular circumstance and it will go away because of a particular circumstance, right? So as the exam ends, as you get the result, this anxiety will go away. The other kind of anxiety is a chronic anxiety. Now, what is a chronic anxiety? A chronic anxiety is basically when you are on a very low level anxious on a daily basis and it has become something that you live with on a daily basis. This is what I used to struggle with. I used to struggle with a very deep set of chronic anxiety, and still I get anxious sometimes because of this. Now this is situation where you will just get anxious over many things. This can be a text, this can be a call, this can be just randomly something. You can just be anxious. Let's say you planned a vacation, you can just be anxious that the vacation won't work out. And these are many places on which you can start to struggle with anxiety. Now, I will share some tips and tools that I have used that have helped me keep this anxiety at bay. So, the first thing that has really helped me deal with my anxiety is labeling. Now, what is labeling? This is where I want you to split yourself. Now, let me explain what that means. So, whenever we are anxious, we say, I am anxious. Whenever I'm sad, we say, I am sad. Whenever we are happy, we say, I am happy. But on a daily basis, you have to recognize that it's not just you. There are different versions and different parts of you, right? And these are not in ways that I'm saying that there is a version of you that exists who has this relationship. I'm saying in this now, in this current moment, there exist many versions of you. Now, let's say you are someone who is great at business and you're a very confident version of you there. Let's say you are someone who's very anxious when it comes to relationships. But let's say you are someone who's very confident when it comes to friendships. Let's say you are a very kind person when it comes to your work, but you are not really a kind person when it comes to, let's say, someone who asks you for money. Now, these are not different people. These are just different parts of you, right? One thing that has really helped me in my anxiety is to label my anxiety as just a part of myself and not me as a whole. So instead of saying I am anxious, even just saying a part of me is anxious really helps me. You know why? Because it helps me separate myself from the thing that I'm trying to tell I am, right? So instead of just labeling myself as anxious, I tell that a part of me is anxious. When a part of me is anxious, I can deal with it. Just like a part of me can be scared, a part of me is confident, a part of me just doesn't care about the world, but a part of me really does. As soon as I label it, I take away the pressure from it because then I don't have to be that part of myself, even if it is for the day. So let's say I woke up and I'm just really feeling anxious. It can just be in relation to my manifestations or anything. When I say a part of me is anxious, the other parts of me are not, and I can choose to be those other parts of myself. The reason that it helps is because it helps you separate these two people. I know that this is one thing that is actually time consuming, but the more you do it, the more it will help. You can do that for other things too. So let's say when you're feeling sad, instead of saying I am sad, you can say a part of me is sad, which means you as a whole, the version of you who you are as a full is not sad, just a part of you is, right? The next thing that has really helped me handle my anxiety, really helped me. This is, I think, the best thing that has helped me handle my anxiety is to ask myself, what am I trying to protect? So think about it. If there is a part of you that is anxious and there is a part of you that is confident, that means that there is a part of you that is scared. That is the version of you that is trying to protect you. And then there is a part of you that is trying to protect the version of you that you are scared of, right? I know that this got a little bit confusing, but let me explain this better. let's say there are three parts of you. One is Karan A. This is the person who wants a relationship. Let's say I'm manifesting a relationship and this is the person who wants a relationship. Then there is Karan B. This is the version of me who's absolutely afraid of relationships, who doesn't actually want to be in relationships at all. And let's say there is a Karan C. Now this version of me is trying to protect Karan B, right? So when Karan A, the version of me who wants to manifest a relationship, tries to do that, Karan B gets very scared. Karan B starts to cry. Karan B starts to be afraid. Now Karan C comes out. In order to protect Karan B, it tries to push Karan A away. So again, let's say Karan A is now doing some affirmations, saying that I am loved, I am chosen, I am in a relationship, right? But Karan B is saying, no, but I'm so afraid to be in this relationship. So Karan C now says to Karan A, no, you shouldn't be in a relationship. A relationship is bad. You cannot be in one. It will hurt you. You will get hurt. Relationships are not great. Relationships will always leave you like this and that. Now, understand who is actually trying to push me away. So if I am the version of me who wants to manifest, let's say I'm Karan A and I want to manifest what I want, I don't actually have to fight Karan C. I just have to teach Karan B that it's okay to be afraid, but you don't have to be, right? So when I am in this situation, I hope that it got clear. I know that it was slightly complicated, but I know that explaining this will really help you a lot to understand what I'm trying to explain here. So let's say now Karan B gets afraid when I'm doing these affirmations and when I'm trying to work on myself, and Karan C comes to protect me. I can, instead of fighting Karan C, I can say, who are you trying to protect? Okay, now I will get an answer. I'm trying to protect Karan B. Who is Karan B? Karan B is a version of you who is afraid because they feel that a relationship wouldn't work out for them, because they have been hurt in the past, because that version of you doesn't feel that relationships are safe. Okay, can you step away and let me have a conversation with Karan B? Karan C will happily oblige. Maybe not instantly, but eventually. So if I ask it 2-3 times, that version of me will back off and will let me have that conversation. Now, when I get into that zone and I can have a conversation with Karan B, instead of fighting it, I can just reassure it that, hey, I understand that you are scared, but I know that everything will be okay. Because look, when you got hurt, this was the circumstance. You were not really sure of what you wanted. You were not well equipped to handle relationships, but now you are. Now you are someone who has dealt with it. I have become that. So if I am that, you don't need to be worried because I will not let you get hurt. Now what happens? Karan C does not actually need to protect Karan B. And Karan B, no matter how much he hits it, is now agreeing that, you know what, I also want a relationship. I'm just afraid I won't get it. With this logic, Karan A will always come out a winner. This is the one thing that has helped me handle my anxiety the most. Because when it becomes about a conversation rather than a fight, it will always help me become a version of myself that will really help me get out of this, right? The third thing that has helped me actually handle anxiety and deal with it is to start allowing uncertainty on a daily basis in my life with small things. So the whole journey of manifestation is slightly uncertain. Now, with this, I don't mean to say that the results have to be uncertain. I just mean to say the how is not in your control, which means it is not certain. When the how is not certain, a lot of times what happens is we have this certain end in our mind, right? Let's say I want a relationship, so I'm focusing on it. That's a certain end that I have in mind. After I have that certain end in mind, because the middle part, the how, is very uncertain, I will start to actually get very anxious because I don't know how and when it will go there. And I'm also not certain that I will get what I want. When that happens, that is where anxiety comes in. So instead of actually running away from it, the best thing that I do is, on a slow and a steady and a daily basis, I put myself into slightly uncertain positions. Why? So that I can be comfortable with being uncertain. Because as soon as I get comfortable being uncertain, now I don't have to worry about uncertainty because I'm comfortable with it. I know eventually it all works out for me. And that is one way through which I can handle my anxiety, which helps me get to a better place mentally all the time. So I hope that this video helps you. I didn't actually make this video for any other reason but to actually help you understand these things, because every birthday, like I said, I sit and I just ponder over the things and the places where I have gotten away from, where I was not really sure that I would actually get out of them, but now that I have, I can see them as a beautiful journey, right? And getting away from my anxiety, even though I'm not fully, a person who is supremely confident all the time without anxiety, I'm someone who is now able to deal with my anxiety very well. And to get to that place, these are things that have helped me, and I hope that they help you too. I will see you guys in the next video.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe and share if you like the video. The link for my one-on-one coaching, my self-help courses, and my free newsletter are in the description box below.